Hello everybody, good day to you and welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you guys are here. I know, as always, I am super glad to be here. Joining us today is a 2017 Cadillac ATS-V, very similar to the CTSs and the CTS-Vs, but this is the ATS-V. One of the main differences is the power plant. This particular vehicle comes with a 3.6 liter twin turboed V6, not the naturally aspirated V8 that we're accustomed to seeing on the larger displacement Cadillac engines. So what we're doing here today is customer states that the exhaust actuator valve is not working. So we're gonna take a look at that guy and see what we can do to diagnose the issue, and we're gonna try to get it fixed if we need to install parts or anything of that nature. Look at there. Thing sits a little low to the ground, wouldn't you say? We're doing some curb scraping. But yeah, we've got a 3.6 V6. It's got one turbo up there in the hole and another turbo way up there on the other side. Thing makes some serious horsepowers. Very fun to drive. It's actually kind of scary to drive because it's faster than it kind of should be. It's faster than the V8 versions. Anyway, our attention today is not focused on the power plant, nor is it focused on these super high-end, really nice brakes on this unit. Look at these guys right here. Multi-piece brake rotors. See that? This is a very high-end build. The focus of our attention today, as I stated, is out back here on the exhaust tips on either side. So if we take a look down here, there's a primary tip. There's a primary tip. Whoa, a little foggy. Ruh-roh. And if we take a look down on this one, you guys see that little flapper valve in there? See that actuator valve? Nope, because you're foggy again. On this one, there's another one, but she's closed. See that? This is the concern for the day. Now, I've already got the engine running, as you can clearly see and smell and taste and hear. And I've got the scan tool connected to it. We pulled up the chassis control module, and I have pulled up the exhaust flow actuator valves. So we're going to open and close these valves and just see if we cannot get a reaction out of this vehicle's exhaust. So they're in currently the open position. Let's go ahead and close it up. Closed. Coming back around, we see that one's still closed, but now this one is closed as well. You guys see that? Open, closed, closed, open. So we go back, we're gonna open them up again. Still closed, that one's open. Okay, so I saw this one right here try to move just a wee bit, but it's not wanting to go anywhere. And I think I hear, listen here, if you come up, we can hear something going on, that actuator. Watch this. If we touch it, see that? It's trying to turn. It looks like that actuator runs a set of gears, which then runs this lever, which then turns the shaft inside of the exhaust. And it kind of wants to move, but it does not move. So I speculate we have an issue with that actuator in this corner over here. Let's go ahead and let this down. In order to determine if we have an issue with the actuator or if that little flapper valve in there is stuck, we're gonna remove the actuator, and that should free up the flapper valve. And if the valve moves and the actuator will not actuate said valve, then we can conclude that the actuator is at fault. So before this thing gets too hot, let's go on inside, shut her down, and then disconnect and remove that actuator assembly. Let's not hit the paint. Up and over. Power down. Phew. Let's push button because it's fancy. You hear that beeping? That's the beeping, according to Dave, that lets everyone in the parking lot know that you left your keys in the car. Good job, GM, on the security protocol. Moving back up. And one more click on the locks for some safety, especially with the track record of whatever's going on with the lifts in here. By the way, speaking of that, you guys were ripping me a new one the other day because this lift broke. talking about inspections, and annual inspections. And yeah, we do annual inspections. The trouble is that cable that we put in, it was inspected. I just put the lift in like 8-9 months ago. The guys had the cable out of it. They inspected it, they adjusted it, they put on I think a couple new pulleys in this unit. It was serviced when I put the thing in here not long ago, and it's not a brand new lift, obviously, it's a used one. I believe the cable actually was replaced when this lift was installed. So for all the out there talking about you gotta inspect your equipment, yeah, it wasn't even due for inspection yet. Things happen, stuff breaks. All right, so down here below, getting kind of a closer view at what we're looking at here, we can see that it's got one exhaust pipe per bank. There's an X pipe crossover right there, cat converters and the flex pipes up front. Now as they come back, we run into a muffler right here and a little muffler right here. This appears to be aftermarket of some sort. I don't think that's factory. Either way, this pipe is going to split off and bypass the muffler by way of this actuator right here. That way you can have a different tone for different driving environments. So when you're in your neighborhood and you start your car in the morning, it's not all like blah, 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 barky, super loud. But when you open it up a little bit on the on-ramp, you can hear that little V6 spooling up and doing its thing. So I do believe, like I said earlier, we've got an issue with this actuator. It's got a pretty standard looking GM plug. Looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wire plug. There'll be a hot and a ground, and then a command wire and a sense wire, which would also accompany it with its own ground. It appears that we're missing one of the bolts already. There's a screw here and a screw here to hold this on. So let's get this actuator removed from the exhaust, and we'll see if we cannot actuate manually the flapper valve inside of the tailpipe there. I'm just gonna go ahead right now and we're gonna get this connector disconnected. Yep, 5 wire. And there's a Phillips screw here and here, and of course there's the one that's missing. So since I don't have a screwdriver that's gonna fit there, we'll just put a bit on the end of a ratchet, and we'll use that to break these fasteners loose here. Nice and smooth, drop my bit, and then bit gravity. Nice and easy like. These appear to be like sheet metal screws. Okay, so there's our actuator. Now, we're gonna come in here and move the flapper valve if we can. Make sure that thing turns and works like it's supposed to. And it appears that it does. See that? Let's go around to the pipe side, look inside of it, make sure we can actually see that flapper valve moving. Bear with me here, let's get some light on the subject. And looking down in the hole, I'm gonna actuate it manually by hand. We can see she's working just fine. No, more lights. We can't see just fine because it's dark in there. Now you can see. Yep, that seems to be working just fine. I don't feel anything weird going on, no binding, nothing like that. I conclude at this point, since we heard that motor running and heard a grinding noise, that there is a fault with this particular actuator. Let's go ahead and call the dealership, see if we can't get a new one. Looks like it's gonna be part number 16155162807 or 8220909. I'm not sure which one it is, but we're gonna find out. Let me go call the parts store and see what I can do about acquiring a replacement actuator. Darling. Oh, never mind, she's on the phone. I'll try later. Well, until I can get a hold of her, let's go see what's going on with this thing. Maybe we can bench test it a little bit. So here, we'll stick it in the vise. Maybe we'll try to move it manually and see if it's gonna work. Da, 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 da. Fit. You gonna fit? Sure. Here, I know. We'll do it like, we'll bench vise it in, yeah, just like so. That'll work. Contact right there. Oh, you guys hear that? It's got a strip tooth in there in the gearbox. See it? Cool, got it. Confirm kill, actuator's junk. It's too bad we can't get inside of this. I would like to see what's going on at the internals, but it's plastic welded together. We're not gonna be able to get into this unit. I'm not a can't do that kind of guy. More grinding. It's not really grinding, it's kind of just melting. I think we're through. Looks like to me, Pride driver for the win. Here we go. Okay, this is very similar to a blend door actuator for your HVAC. You got a little motor, got your printed circuit board. That's where the connector goes to send your power to the motor. And there's some sensing elements in here to send positions back to the ECM so it knows the position of the actuator valve. Let's see if we can't dig this motor out of here. See the worm gear? Clever, look. Got 2 posts on the motor, so there's no wires here. That's a good little motor. And then you've got a post here and a post here. It comes from the PCB, and that is how the connections are made. So what we're looking at, where's our grinding business here? Where's the problem? Here it is, found it. There's the problem right there. It's got teeth stripped off of it. Let me wipe it down. Let's get a moist towelette. Yep, tooth broken off right there. Watch this. There she is, there's the broken tooth, which was folded over. Still in a position, but it was butting up against another tooth. Then this tooth is kind of bent over a little bit and really worn flat right here. So the issue is this piece of plastic right there. That's why the valve stopped working. Go figure. $300 part, good job. Alrighty folks, it's the next day. I have my replacement actuator here, so let's compare it with the one we chopped apart. Looks like dimensionally, exteriorly, it looks the same. Let's check a part number real quick. 23237004319er, and that's not the same. That's a 161 and some change. Well, part number's a little different. Maybe there's an updated part number with gears that are not made out of Play-Doh, because dimensionally this is the same. And if we look at the connectors, those are looking the same. Yeah, that's a slightly different part number. The prefixes are the same, but the post numbers are not the same. Either way, this is gonna fit in there, so let's go ahead and get her installed in the back of our Cadillac here, and we'll watch those exhaust valves flap around. So we're gonna take that guy, slide it up into there, line it up with the bolt holes, and take a look at the gears right there. You see how the gears are meshing together? That's what we're looking for. Now the valve, I think the valve's closed right now. We'll need to initialize this in a moment with the scan tool to teach it its home position. So we basically just have to calibrate the actuator. Very similar to a blend door actuator. They must be calibrated. Get back on there, please. Okay, that's one screw. Little one right here in the front, another one. And then I found a replacement for that one that was missing around the back up on the top over here. Let me squeeze down in there. Yeah, I see you right there. A little dark in here. Can't like it. All right, we're not gonna be here for long. While we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. Come here, plug. Okay, connector's connected. All right. Screwdriver click. Screwdriver gravity. Come here. Get back on there. It's finger tight for now. Okay, that one's good. And then the one up top, kind of that's a Phillips bit, so I need to come at it at this goofball angle here. Tighten it in my hand first. A couple screws here. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's tight. So let's fire the scan tool back up and reinitialize everything here. We'll relearn the zero position of that flapper valve and then actuate it and make sure that they open and close as designed. All right, so hopping back in the cabin here, let's fire this thing back up. Okay, scan tool. Okay, scanner's up. We're gonna go down to chassis control module. ECU needs to be determined. Yep. Ignition on. Yep, it's running, it's on. Loading. We're gonna go down to functional tests. Output controls. Those are outputs from the module that is controllable by a user with a scan tool. So we're gonna go exhaust flow, control valve, learn mode, okay? Continue, start engine, we're running. And we're going to, it is not learned. So we're gonna go into learn, hit yes. We heard a tone change in the exhaust, procedure's complete. So let's go check on the valves and see if they're in sync, and we'll see if they're gonna actuate. So that's that one's open. Naturally, there's no valve. That one's fully closed. See that? And this one, that one's also closed. So come back over here, and we're going to actuate those valves to watch them open. Let's see here. Hey, go ahead and open it again. Hang on, we need better illuminators. There. All right, go ahead and close it. There it goes, open it. Okay, check this side. Close it. Open it. It's working. Close it. Open it. Okay. Beautiful. All right. I think we're good here. It's working. Gonna go for a test drive?
Yeah.
All right, here, you hop in. I'll drive. We unplug that scanner while you're over there. Let me get this stuff out of the way. All right, now, that we've got the actuators actuating. We're gonna go drive this again because we were wondering that if at full boost under full throttle, if there's an exhaust back pressure imbalance here, and that was causing the perceived shaking or misfiring. So we're gonna go test it and see if we have similar shaking slash misfiring. It didn't really misfire, it just didn't feel like a smooth power band. Honks for safety. So don't run people over.
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
What, to drive in a fast
It's so
Cadillac?
Low to the ground.
I know you're not used to it. It's kind of a peppy little car.
Mm-hmm.
It's spirited. It's a spirited ride. It's pretty good horsepower for a V6. You know, it's no V8 like your Tahoe or anything, but it's a nice little V6.
I like how it sounds.
What?
Do that again.
We didn't even do anything. We're going 33 miles per hour.
Oh, red light.
We didn't even do anything. What are you talking
I
about?
thought you were gonna take off.
No, it's not an
Okay.
airplane. You can't take off. It's just a little Cadillac. It's fine.
It's fun.
Alrighty guys, I think we're all done with the project on this Cadillac. Livina has experienced some G-forces in this thing. I think she likes it.
That's fun.
We're all set to go. We're headed back to the shop. Put a couple miles up and over the bridge a few times. Checked it out under full throttle. It seemed to feel pretty good from what I understand at this point. So I believe I have nothing more to offer you on this particular video, other than a thank you for watching this video. As always, hope you enjoyed this particular production. Let us know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Do not forget to tap that like and subscribe button while you're down there. And most importantly, do not forget
To have yourselves a great day.